What's up, guys? It's your boy Hokage here, and I just wanted to come on here. I was thinking, what can I talk about on this channel? It's been a little dead. I'm kind of just focusing on the Bayern post-match reactions and everything. Been busy at work, but I'm sitting here about to go to bed thinking, I want to talk about something. And I'm thinking of all the different things that are going on in the world of football. And honestly, the I've been watching a lot of Barcelona this season. I'm not gonna hide that. I'm not gonna hide that. After Bayern, I think the other team that I've watched the most of is Barcelona. It really has to do with the Hansi Flick factor. It really has to do with the fact that I knew Hansi Flick would go into Barcelona and that these guys would play excellent, excellent football from the jump. I just knew that. Go check out my video back in August when I told you Barcelona would win La Liga this season. I'm still sticking by my guns. I think Barcelona is going to win La Liga. But I was thinking, every time I watch Barcelona, you know, think of the names that are on that team. Think of the guys who get the most stardom, the most publicity, right? Lamine Yamal, Rafinha, Robert Lewandowski, all these guys, right? Even Pau Cubarsí gets so much praise, right? But when I watch Barcelona, and sorry if my computer is shaking a lot, it's because I'm comfy in my own bed. My laptop and camera is on my lap. When I watch Barcelona, for me, every single game, I'm not the most impressed by Lamine Yamal. I'm not the most impressed by Rafinha. Lewandowski, 50% of the time, looks like he's playing with an adult diaper on. Pau Cubarsí, amazing 17-year-old defender, he really is impressive to me too. But the player, every time I watch Barcelona, and it's not just this season, every time I've watched him play for Barcelona the last 2 seasons, I know he's had his injury struggles. Pedri has always been the guy that impresses me the most. Absolutely. And especially this season with this Barcelona resurgence under Hansi Flick, everyone likes to talk about Lamine Yamal, the dribbling, 17 years old, so young, star of Barcelona, the future of Barcelona. Everyone's talking about Rafinha, all the goals he's scoring. And trust me, guys, respect to Rafinha. I did not think Rafinha can reach a level like this, especially at Barcelona, especially while being a leader of the team. I did not expect this from Rafinha. But every time I watch this Hansi Flick Barcelona team, I come away from the games thinking, wow, without this player, I don't think this team can function. Wow, this is a player I'd want on my team. As a Bayern fan, when I look across the landscape of Europe, cool, Mohamed Salah. If I was, let me say this. If as a Bayern fan, say as a fan of Bayern, I was allowed to choose any player from any team to bring to the club, right? To Bayern. And I had to pick anyone. Yes, there's Mohamed Salah. Yes, there's Mbappe, Vini Jr. I understand that. But to be honest, I would choose Pedri. I would choose Pedri to come to Bayern because this kid is special, man. And it's really weird. It's really weird. I don't think Barcelona fans, I don't think Spanish football fans hype Pedri up as much as they should. Now, the interesting thing with Pedri is, bro, Pedri 4 years ago, 2021, 2020, 2021, he was getting a lot of hype. Remember, he broke into the Barcelona team. He played like 80 matches in one season for club and country, played the Olympics and everything. Remember that shit. But he got a ton of hype there. Pedri had then 2 seasons, 2.5 seasons riddled with injuries. And now he's back this season. First of all, you have to credit Hansi Flick and his medical staff at Barcelona for keeping Pedri fit all season. And I was always saying this. Now, my channel isn't that old, but on other channels, I was always saying Pedri is a top quality player. Pedri is the future of Spanish midfield. Pedri is the future, one of the faces of football. He's going to be a generational player. He's going to be one of the best players of his generation, full stop. I kept on saying Pedri was of that caliber. I kept on saying it. And bro, the key was, can he stay fit? Can he stay away from the hospital? And you're seeing this season that when Pedri is fit, when this kid is playing week in, week out, he's the best midfielder in the world. I'm comfortable saying Pedri is the best midfielder in the world. Now, obviously, tons of other great midfielders playing all across Europe, right? I think Joshua Kimmich is up there as one of the best midfielders this season. Obviously, Ryan Gravenberch for Liverpool has been excellent for Liverpool this season under Arne Slot. He's been revitalized. His career has been turned around by Arne Slot. But when I'm looking at Kimmich, wait, look at the Real Madrid team. I'm looking at Camavinga, Bellingham, Tchouameni. Then you go to the Bundesliga, the top midfielders on the Bundesliga. You got Kimmich, Alexander Pavlovic. You've got Granit Xhaka at Leverkusen, and then you go, to the Premier League, Ryan Gravenberch, and all these guys. Rodri, who's obviously been injured. Pedri for sure has been the best midfielder this season. He 100% has. You see, Yamal is cool, right? I really like Yamal, you guys. I've said this so many times. I think my most enjoyable players, like for fun, Musiala and Yamal are 100% my favorite players if I want to watch for entertainment, right? Entertainment. However, when I'm thinking of the quality, the consistency, the importance to their team, the intelligence of the player, the impact they have on a team every single game, every single week, don't get me wrong, Lamine Yamal has a lot of impact. Rafinha does as well. But I don't think this Barcelona team plays to the level they do without Pedri. Because in that midfield, bro, he runs everything. Pedri, he's just Spanish, bro. He's just one of these Spanish players. He's of that ilk. You can't get the ball off him. When Pedri is on form and having one of his best days, you can't get the ball off Pedri. He will cut your defense open with passes. He will find the difficult passes. He will make a crazy assist, and sometimes he'll pop up with a goal. He can run around all game, win the ball back, facilitate play quickly from defense to attack. He can carry the ball full field. Pedri is excellent, bro. Pedri is excellent. And when I'm looking across the landscape of Europe, when I'm looking at what teams are doing this year, what other players in Europe are doing this year, I'm looking at that Ballon d'Or this year. In a year where there is no international tournament. Now, yes, we have this new Club World Cup in the summer in the United States. We're going to see how much weight goes into the Ballon d'Or for that kind of tournament. But I'm looking at the Ballon d'Or this year. I'm looking at no international football in the summer. And I'm looking at who are the Ballon d'Or contenders? Who are the guys that could win this freaking trophy now? Obviously, I don't really have respect for the Ballon d'Or. It's a PR trophy. It lost its credibility years ago, but it is a good. It's a nice award to win. It's always a conversation to be had. When I'm looking across the landscape of Europe, obviously, Mohamed Salah's in that conversation. Obviously, well, honestly, if you're looking at the Premier League, I think there's only one Ballon d'Or contender there, and it's Mohamed Salah. Maybe you could put Virgil van Dijk in there, maybe, but it's mainly Mohamed Salah from the Premier League. You go to La Liga, obviously Mbappe, Vini, Bellingham, Rafinha, Lamine Yamal are all in the conversation for the Ballon d'Or. Obviously Pedri. Go to the Bundesliga, I think, Florian Wirtz, Jamal Musiala, Harry Kane are all Ballon d'Or ilk players. They're of that quality. Even Michael Olise is of that quality, right? But when I'm looking across Europe, and what they've done all season so far and where their teams are at, there's two standouts for me. One is obviously Mohamed Salah, and the second one for me is Pedri. Now, the reason why I think Pedri and Mohamed Salah comparison is much closer than people think is because a lot of people don't watch the football, guys. A lot of people don't sink in, don't understand what a midfielder's job is, right? People will look at Salah and the season Liverpool's having. They're having an excellent season. They're probably going to win the Premier League. If they don't win the Champions League or get to the final, that'll be shocking. That's how good they've been. But the thing is when I watch Salah, and I've watched a lot of Salah, yes, he's getting a lot of goals and assists. Yes, he has so much attacking output. But bro, Half the time, 70% of the time when I watch Mohamed Salah play football, I'm not entertained. Half the time, he is not the prettiest player to watch on the eye. And I understand Liverpool fans will say, "Oh, it's bullshit. This is how we know you don't watch Liverpool. It's so overstated that Mohamed Salah is not a nice footballer to watch." But I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Mohamed Salah, it was that Newcastle game away from home against Newcastle. Mohamed Salah had one of his best footballing games this season. He was dribbling guys, you know, insane shots from different angles. That was an amazing performance for Mohamed Salah, especially in that second half where he was just dribbling guys and everything. That was good football from Mohamed Salah. But the issue with Mohamed Salah is he doesn't always play like that. Yes, he gets the goals. Yes, he gets the assists. I understand that, but his football is not always beautiful. For me, when I watch Salah, usually if Salah is not scoring or assisting, he typically has a god awful game. He typically is non existent. He's a ghost. When I watch Pedri, when I watch Barcelona, everything is through Pedri. The midfield is Pedri. Pedri might low key be the system. Now, obviously, he's not Hansi Flick in the Highline, that's the system, but he facilitates everything through that midfield. Everything. And when I look at Pedri play, bro, for me, yes, he is a better footballer than Mohamed Salah. Pedri is a better footballer than almost every player on earth. Really, almost every player on earth, Pedri is better than them. So, listen, I just wanted to get on here and talk about this because I really think Pedri can win a Ballon d'Or this year. Now, how can Pedri win a Ballon d'Or? Now, if he continues to keep playing the way that he's been playing all season, oh, he's gonna be like top 10 for sure. He's gonna be top 10, and I think I would be comfortable saying that he would be the best midfielder the entire season across all of Europe. I'd be comfortable saying that. How does he get into the Ballon d'Or? Well, since the Ballon d'Or, and this is where it comes into the Ballon d'Or and how it's just a PR thing and how it's lost a lot of credibility, is that it's heavily linked to how your team actually does, what trophies you win, right? So when I'm looking at Pedri, when I'm looking at Salah, if Barcelona and Liverpool both go and win the league titles, if Barcelona wins La Liga, if Liverpool wins the Premier League, which they most likely will, Barcelona are going to be in a title race with Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid. The Champions League could be the key. And you're looking at Salah, you're looking at Pedri, right? Two guys that have given us multiple performances, great performances on the Champions League level. Obviously, Salah has given us more. If Pedri goes and has a man of the match performance in the semifinal, is excellent in the final for Barcelona, and he wins the Champions League with Barcelona with a league title, Pedri 100%. I think I would be very comfortable saying Pedri Ballon d'Or. Now, it goes the other way as well. If Liverpool win the league and if Liverpool win the Champions League, absolutely, Mohamed Salah, give him the Ballon d'Or in June. We don't even have to wait till October, November time. Just give him the Ballon d'Or in June if Liverpool win the league and the Champions League, right? So it really comes down to the team achievements as well. So that's the key here. But I think a lot of people, I just wanted to come on here and talk about and say how I think a lot of people are sleeping on Pedri. I think when you think of Barcelona right now, everyone will tell you Lamine Yamal, Rafinha, and then they'll say Pedri. But I really think it's the other way around, bro. I really think when you think of Barcelona, you should be thinking Pedri. I think Pedri is the most important player in this Barcelona team. And every time I watch him play, I enjoy it. I like, I really take players into, I hold them to a high standard when I watch them consistently and I enjoy their football. Musiala, Lamine Yamal, Florian Wirtz, Michael Olise, Pedri, all these guys. I love watching these guys play football. Isak, I love watching Isak play football for Newcastle because he's an actual quality striker. So I just want to come on here, talk about that because I don't think a lot of people are giving Pedri the credit he deserves. If Rodri could win the Ballon d'Or for the season he had last year, Pedri is playing at a better level Rodri was last season, in my opinion. He is. Last season. Now, Rodri 2 seasons ago was, oh my God, Rodri 2 seasons ago when Man City won the treble, Rodri was in the fan. World class, world class. But if Rodri can win the Ballon d'Or for the season he had last year, Pedri, if he were to win the Champions League and win the league title with Barcelona this season, absolutely there would be no reason as to why Pedri couldn't be given the Ballon d'Or trophy, couldn't be given that award, couldn't be given the best player in the world shout. Absolutely no reason why. So just want to put that out there, guys. It's been your boy Hokage Puya. That's all I'm going to say. Peace.